Hey everybody, thank you for visiting the channel and welcome back to Past, Present, Future Gnosis. It's your host Gnosis, man. And before I begin, man, I want to say Happy New Year's, man. Happy holidays to everybody, man. I hope y'all had a good, happy Saturnalia. Y'all cast out on our way out. But really though, it's glad to be back, man. Y'all thought I was gone? y'all thought I was gone. I'm back, baby, but I just want to say, man, everybody that's been still supporting me, watching my videos, I thank you so much, man. It really means a lot. It really means a lot to me. It really does. It really does, man. Just going through life, man. But hey, we back, man, with the New Year's, man. So first video out for the New Year's, man. And before we begin with the article that you guys seen, I should say, please watch my last video that I made. Did the creators of the Bible use old mythological stories? Part 2. I did a part 1, which you guys loved a lot. And I had to do a part 2. And please watch part 2. I have a lot of book reference that you might find very interesting and very convincing. And all the information's there. But anywho, other than that, let's get straight with this article, man. Let's do this. Egypt uncovers blocks from the 18th dynasty Queen Hatshepsut temple, and as you're seeing here, I'm showing you the temple also. So it's really amazing, man. We're finding stuff still to this day. I mean, it's just wild, ladies and gentlemen. But let's continue with this article here. So we have it from the Reuters. Cairo archaeologists have uncovered intact portions of the foundation wall of Pharaonic Queen Hatshepsut's Valley Temple in Luxor, in the nearby tomb of Queen Teti-Sherry, grandmother of Amos the first pharaoh of Egypt's Golden New King era. The discovery of more than 1,000 decorated stone blocks on the outskirts of the Hatshepsut funeral temple above was announced on Wednesday by a team leader Zahi Hawass, an Egyptian archaeologist and former minister of antiquities, who have been leading excavations at the site since 2022. The 18th dynasty Queen Hatshepsut, who died in about 1458 BC, was one of the small handful of women to have ruled Egypt. Her valley temple was intentionally demolished centuries later. And yes, this may be news to a lot of people, but yes, there was a lot of actual female pharaohs. I actually went to this convention in Florida, and I'll be probably showing you the pictures there, and with the lady's book where she actually explained these missing pharaohs, because we all know it's kind of a patriarchal society nowadays, but back then it was more matriarchal. You'd be surprised. But let's continue with the story, with this article. This is the first time that we discovered 1,500 decorated blocks, the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in my life with the color. So we got some color, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we got some color, which you should be seeing already, and be keen to the colors now. The limestone tablet found at the site bore the name of Hatshepsut's architect, Semwat, who oversaw construction of the temple. Queen Teti-Sherry, whose tomb was found nearby, was grandmother of Amos I, who liberated Egypt from the Hyksos people who had invaded Egypt from across Sinai to the east. She died in the 9th year of Amos' reign, a century before Hatshepsut. The simple tomb was carved in a rock that lay at the end of a mud brick vaulted chapel with red wall drawings painted on a layer of white mortar. And as you're seeing all those photos there, this is very interesting that they found all this straight into the temples and just keep finding all this stuff. But actually we have a video too, which I'll be showing you now.
Archaeologists have uncovered more than 1,000 decorated stone blocks from the foundation of an 18th dynasty pharaonic Queen's Valley temple in Luxor. Queen Hatshepsut died in about 1458 BC and was one of the few women to have ruled Egypt. The Valley Temple was intentionally demolished centuries later. Archaeologist Zahi Hawass has been leading excavations at the site since 2022.
This is the first time that we discovered 1,500 decorated blocks, the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in my life with the color. And this is the first time that we do have a final program of the decoration of a temple
Hawass says they also uncovered the nearby tomb of Queen Teti-Sherry, grandmother of Ahmose I, who liberated Egypt from the invading Hyksos people and is the first pharaoh of Egypt's golden New Kingdom era. The simple tomb was carved in rock and lay at the end of a chapel with red wall drawings. Hawass says the tomb's simplicity is because Egypt was a poor state after the expulsion of the Hyksos, meaning a grand tomb like those from Egypt's golden age wasn't possible. Queen Teti-Sherry died in the 9th year of Ahmose's reign, a century before Hatshepsut came into power.
And wow, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is very interesting for them to still be finding all these stuff out here intact and still having color on them. It shows you the intricacy that the ancient Egyptians used for this stuff to be present to this day, to actually withstand all the elements in the time. So it's very interesting. And before I go and end this video, if I know you've been watching my videos, I talk so highly about Egypt, so highly. And the reason why is there's just so much mystery to it still to this day. And if you're really interested, I want to give you 2 book references that I have in my book library. And this is real time, ladies and gentlemen, real time. So I would say these are the 2 books. If you're really into Egypt, without a shadow of doubt, these 2 right here. And the first one I want to give it to is Gerald Macy. Yes. Ancient Egypt, The Light of the World by Jerry Macy. 2 volumes in one. And this book here, if you want some real history, ladies and gentlemen, and not the mainstream that's not giving you all the good, intricate stuff and all the hidden gems, Jared Macy's the man. Jared Macy's the man. And I recently got this a couple of months ago too, and then this just completed it all for me. The Ancient Egyptians, Their Life and Customs by Sir Junior Gardner Wilkinson. It's the book here. Trying to get it better for you guys. I apologize, man. I'll probably get a still one, man. But man, this book here, telling you, I'm just saying, I just want to give y'all some notes right here. I mean, and then look at the aprons. If you know, you know. Look at the apron. But yeah, but honestly though, if you really want to dive deep more in the Egyptians, I would say these are the 2 books. But I probably got one more. I got one more I want to show you before I go, because I want to give you guys all of this, man. Give you all my references, because you know I give you my references. So it's one more book. And here's the last book before I end this. And this is the Temple in Man. If you want to understand the structures and how it coincided with the human body, get this book by R.A. Lopez. I mean, this book here dives deep, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about showing you how it involves the body and how the structures coincided with the bodies. I'm telling you, don't say I never ever gave you guys any references, because this is what we do. We give references out. We're not like these other channels that just spout stuff and just talking. They won't even give you their resources. But anywho, what do you guys think about the article of the Hatshepsut Temple and them finding new paintings and still with color in them? And what do you guys think about those 3 books? Have you ever heard of these 3 books? You should add them to your library. You really should. But anywho, for the first video back, man, I hope everybody's having a good one. And yes, more videos are on the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working on one right now. So please be patient, and yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So stay tuned, man, because in 2025, we back, baby, and we're going to be diving deeper, more into the mysticism and the history. I'm telling you, watch the Greeks. But anywho, I'll check you all in the next video, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Cheers.